y'all get this on your camera. I'm married to Onijah Ahmad. I'm Onijah Ahmad. We are moving to Dubai very soon.
If I had to sum up today's video into a few words, it would be catfishing, money demands, Pakistan, and messy. The story begins with Onijah Ahmad, also known as Onijah Robinson, a 33-year-old black woman from New York City who went to Pakistan to meet her husband Ahmad. At first glance, this story is no different than any page out of the 90-Day Fiancé playbook. In fact, I'm having a pretty easy time picturing Onijah, Big Ed, and Angela all sitting in a hot tub and talking about their foreign lovers. But despite outwardly appearing like a pretty typical and mundane episode of 90-Day Fiancé, it's become one of the most compelling stories on social media this week. With thousands of videos being made in the last 2 days alone, keeping up with the situations as they unfold, memes commemorating and reenacting Onijah and all of her interviews, and even large creators on platforms like TikTok coming on and expressing support for Onijah.
No, because my girl over in Pakistan is standing on big fucking business.
The Real Housewife of Pakistan, as the internet has dubbed her, is a breakout star. But why? What makes her story much more fascinating or different from any other foreign marriage or love affair? Some might argue it's her hilarious media moments where Onijah is seemingly able to find herself in the middle of a press conference.
My dear American sister.
I'm from Pakistan. Respect to the law.
Okay.
Respect for the law.
Okay.
Respect to Allah. And
Okay.
respect to God. Do you hear me?
Or the clips of her trying Pakistani food.
Do you like any food, Pakistani food? I saw some plates and biscuits.
Yes, I like the onions. I like the paratha. I like the chicken keema. I know Pakistani food.
This food is good. Pakistani people is good.
Yeah.
Our country is very good.
I love y'all.
What?
Tea is fantastic.
Or her demanding a Pakistani passport.
Getting my Pakistani passport and Pakistani ID.
And demanding money.
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week.
And more money.
Why you come in Pakistan?
I demand from the government more than $5,000 in USD to make Pakistan a better place. Good night.
And more money.
Right now, what's your demands?
I want 20K up front, 5K to 10K to stay here.
That doesn't really explain how she found herself in the predicament of her being able to command not only the media, but thousands of dollars. In order to truly understand why Onijah has been propelled into the limelight, you need to understand the full context and timeline of everything that happened before those moments. Like many episodes of 90-Day Fiancé, Onijah and Ahmad met online. Their relationship very quickly blossomed. The details of how long they were dating online are still not certain, and we don't even know which app they met on. Hey Divas, I'm currently editing the video and I lied. We actually found out where they met, and they met on Facebook.
They met on Facebook. Okay.
But the one thing that is certain is that the two were deeply and unequivocally in love. And like most online couples who are deeply in love, they decided to take their relationship to the next step and get married in Utah. Online. You might be thinking to yourself, I would never do that. What if they're a catfish? But it's 2025. Who catfishes anymore? Does that even happen? And after dating for an undetermined amount of time and getting married, it was time for the next step in the relationship, meeting each other. Onijah gets a visa, gets on a plane, and heads to Pakistan to meet the man of her dreams. She gets off the plane, grabs her luggage, orders a taxi, and heads over to her husband's house. Now, me personally, I would want to be picked up from the airport, but that's just me. And you might be thinking to yourself, that's a red flag. But love has no red flags. This is her 19-year-old husband we're talking about. Oh, I think I forgot to mention that, but yeah, Ahmad is 19. At this point, Onijah arrives at her husband's house, takes a step out of the taxi, grabs her luggage, and walks her way to the door and knocks. Ahmad and his family walk up to the door, stare through the peephole, and see that Onijah isn't a white woman. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Jory, you said Onijah is a 33-year-old black woman from New York. Why would she be white? Well, remember how I was saying that people don't catfish in 2025? I lied. Ahmad and his mom look through the peephole of the door. They see that Onijah is in fact not a blonde, blue-eyed white woman like she had been describing herself. If you're you're wondering how he managed to get catfish in 2025, when things like FaceTimes and video calls exist, you're probably sitting there and wondering to yourself, why wouldn't he just FaceTime her if he's gonna marry her? Except he did, because in 2025, not only do FaceTimes and video calls exist, filters also exist. That's right, Onijah had been using a filter every single time she video called him to make herself look like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman.
She had a photo that was heavily filtered, like on Snapchat or TikTok.
Onijah was catfishing Ahmad. Onijah used to talk to Ahmad with a filter, and she used to talk to him with a filter of a white blonde lady.
So when the doors finally open, Ahmad steps away and it's only his mom talking to Onijah. At this point, his mom is furious. She is not having it. She does not want her son to be married to this woman. And it's not really clear if age was the factor that played into it, the catfishing was the factor that played into it, or if it's because of racism and colorism. Now, I am not Pakistani. I do not have an intimate knowledge of socio-political issues or racial issues in Pakistan. So rather than telling you myself, I found a video of a Pakistani breaking down the racial components of this.
His mom was like, no. And just for context, Pakistan has a lot of there's a word which is called the colonial complex, because we were colonized by the British. So Pakistanis like look up to anything that is white as, oh my god, this is like the ultimate beauty standard, and God forbid you are a darker shade, it'll be like, oh my god. So the mom was like, no, this black woman and all that racist complex, colorism, all of that just came out. And one question that I've been getting a lot because of this entire case where this black lady has landed in Pakistan is that how are black people viewed in Pakistan? So I'll try to explain and give you context into all of this. There is not a definitive yes or no answer over here. So I want to give you some more in-depth into this. How are they viewed amongst the... One thing which I want to just add over here, nobody's going to be hostile to you. That is not in our culture. The overt racist hostility, that does not happen, at least in Pakistan. That is one thing which I want to completely clarify. The older generation does have a sense of colonial hangover, a white complex, as they say, because we were formerly colonized by the British. So their idea, their beauty standards are all that like, oh, if you're more fairer, you have more privilege, you are more beautiful. That bullshit still does happen. And if you look at like the mass media over there, the idea of what is beautiful is definitely someone who's much fairer. And so if you look at our soap operas and our television and our movies, the actors and actresses and the models will always be like a definitely like much more fairer shade.
Regardless of if age, race, or catfishing played a role, the wedding is now off. Ahmad wants nothing to do with Onijah, and Ahmad's mom does not approve of their marriage anymore. A lot of people in Pakistani social media and in Pakistan were speculating that Onijah was getting used by Ahmad for a green card.
Like, you know what? Eventually, I'm gonna get the green card, nationality, America, all that stuff. That's what I was going through.
But I guess the promise of a green card wasn't enough for him to turn the other cheek and ignore the fact that he had been promised a blonde bombshell and he wasn't getting that. Despite being very clearly rejected by Ahmad, Onijah had no plan on leaving Pakistan without her husband. I mean, Onijah is determined. She is not leaving that parking lot unless her husband comes out and leaves with her to Dubai.
We are moving to Dubai very soon.
Why Dubai? I'm still not quite sure. But that's the plan. So Onijah starts camping out in the parking lot of his apartment. All of this taking place in a relatively tight-knit community where everybody knows each other and word spreads around really quickly. And I mean, it's kind of hard to miss the woman that's camping out in the parking lot of your apartment. It gets to the point where it's pretty disruptive and everybody in the neighborhood knows exactly what's going on. It's not something you can exactly hide when she's out there waiting day in and day out for her husband to come and claim her. So word spreads around pretty quickly. The timeline of how long she spent in the parking lot isn't super clear. There are rumors that it was long enough for the visa that she came in to expire.
How long do y'all think they're going to let that lady stay in Pakistan? Because I heard her visa already expired and they just extended it because of all the media attention.
Eventually, the whispers of an American woman in Pakistan who was abandoned by her husband leave the neighborhood. At this point, the news gets involved. Media outlets are approaching Onijah daily and requesting that she speak about why she's there. I mean, what can we say about the media? It's messy. They wanted the tea. Onijah has her lips sealed.
Your family now.
It's private. I'm Muslim and it's against my religion to tell y'all my business. Have a nice day.
And she's not opening them until Ahmad comes out and claims her. Day after day, the media approaches her and tries to interview her, and she always says, "I'm not speaking to you." But slowly, she starts dropping hints. She starts letting them know about her husband who abandoned her and how she met him and how he doesn't want her anymore. And as all of this is playing out, there's more and more media attention. The clips are going viral. They're getting played on Pakistani news. Not only are more media outlets coming in congregating to interview her the more she speaks, but men in Pakistan are going to the media outlets and doing interviews. Some of them are bringing her flowers, some of them are bringing her tea. A lot of them are saying that if Ahmad doesn't want to claim her, that they will. These videos are getting circulated around Pakistani social media. The more the media comes, the more people get interviewed, the more they profess their love for Onijah, the more clips they get circulated around, the more attention, the more people that show up. While this is happening, there are concerns for Onijah's safety, but also just the lives of the people that live in that apartment complex that she's camping out in. So a social worker / humanitarian is assigned to Onijah. His name is Mr. Chipa.
Okay, for Mr. Chipper.
Mr. Chipa can be seen in a lot of the clips with Onijah as she's doing interviews. Dude is being like super patient, super respectful, calling her sister.
Just sister, please 5 minutes.
No.
Please 5.
Dealing with her berating him and saying he talks too much.
Listen, he talked too much. That's it.
Yes, that's it. Yes, I'm saying. ये भी देखे यही मेरी बात की तारीफ कर रही है.
Listen. You talk too much.
She's getting interviewed by the media with Mr. Chipa at her side. At some point, she calls him Mr. Chupa, which if you speak Spanish, you know what chupar means. Surprisingly, it means the same thing in Pakistan. She is calling him Mr. Pakistani social media takes this and fucking runs with it. It instantly gets circulated around social media and solidifies her as a Pakistani meme. While this is all happening, like I said, she came here on a visa that was set to expire or expired during the period that this was all happening. Allegedly, she gets a 2-week extension thanks to the help of Mr. Chipa / Mr. Chupa. At this point, she's like a songbird. She's just singing. The once quiet Onijah that was refusing to do media interviews is now saying everything on her mind, and she's making demands.
You come in Pakistan.
I demand from the government more than $5,000 in USD to make Pakistan a better place. Good night.
Where are you from?
I'm from here.
You're from America?
I'm from here now.
Not only is she making demands, but she's grilling the fuck out of these reporters.
You not taking your flight.
It's none of your business. Now go home.
And Mr. Chipa.
You talk too much.
Okay.
We don't know what you're saying.
Nobody is safe from Onijah's wrath, because there is no wrath like a woman scorned by her 19-year-old husband. At this point, not only is she demanding that her husband come out and claim her and go with her to Dubai, she's making demands from the Pakistani government.
And I want those demands from the government right away. I want these houses to be built up correctly, and I want pools in the backyard, and I want these demands to be straightened out right away.
She's like, I'm looking around, these streets are looking a little raggedy, these people don't have electricity, things aren't looking good over there, I'm gonna rebuild this, I'm gonna be the new mayor of Pakistan. She starts off with demanding like $2,000 so that she can stay there and rebuild the city.
And $2,000 or more.
Then eventually the $2,000 becomes $5,000 with like 5 to 10K a week so that she can rebuild the city.
I demand from the government more than $5,000 in USD to make Pakistan a better place. Good night.
Eventually, it's like $20,000 that she wants now and 5 to 10K each week.
I want $20K up front.
She wants that money not only now, but she wants it by tonight. And you know, props to your mama. She could be demanding the money just for herself, but instead she's doing it to rebuild the city, and I think that's pretty commendable.
Y'all agree? Mind your business. What?
We love a humanitarian diva. At this point, we start getting clips of her trying different food on the news and talking about how much she loves Pakistani food and tea.
Hey, and I'm sleepy and I want to go to sleep.
Do you like any food, Pakistani food? I saw some plates and biscuits.
Yes, I like the onions. I like the paratha. I like the chicken keema. I know Pakistani food.
At this point, this is when the story breaks out of Pakistani social media and into the rest of the world. We have people recreating a lot of her viral speeches.
Get this on your camera. I'm married to Onijah Ahmad. I don't live here. I'm chilling.
You chilling here? Why are you not taking your flight?
It's none of your business. Now
We have people cosplaying as her. Got people doing full-on analysis videos of everything going on. People expressing support for her, saying that she's the new mayor of Pakistan. All while this is happening, we still have no idea who Ahmad is. Haven't seen him, don't know what he looks like, don't know where he is.
if you know where Onijah Ahmad is at, let me know, please.
I mean, we know he's inside the house, he hasn't left. He still hasn't revealed himself, so we're just kind of speculating on where Ahmad is while this is all happening and unfolding. unfolding. That's when we start getting Pakistani people translating these videos into English and really giving us the full tea and the full scoop on everything going on.
I am Pakistani, I speak the language, and I will help break down the drama for all of you who are very interested in this story.
Not only are they doing God's work and translating for us, but one of the creators is actually able to find Ahmad.
Here.
Everyone, I found him. I found his account. So he talks in Urdu, so I'm going to translate it for y'all. So he says, I met this woman. I did not tell her to come to Pakistan, okay? He says, I did not tell her to come to Pakistan. She just came. And so with the subtitles, it's a little off, but I speak Bengali, which is pretty similar to Urdu. But he says that she was not told to come. She came, okay? They met and she came without him telling her to do so.
At this point, our prayers have been answered. You've been able to put a face to the name and we know who the mystery man is. While this is unfolding, there's also a growing concern from the public for her mental well-being. That's when her alleged son comes out and speaks up for her and says that she's bipolar and she's been suffering from mental illness. He's claiming that he wants his mom back because she's not in her right mind, that while this is kind of erratic behavior, it's not uncommon for her. It's unclear if this was a response to those claims by her supposed son, but she does end up in the hospital, and you can see that in this clip where she's with a police officer speaking from the hospital.
I love you. You're a good officer.
At this point, she's released from the hospital and Pakistan is like, all right, you gotta go, diva. Like, your time is up. We need to get you on a plane. And they take her to the airport to get her out of Pakistan. And boom, the story ends. She's back home. She went to the airport. She took a plane. She got back home. She's on her meds. She's doing good now, right? Right? Wrong. The next update we get from Onijah is that she's still in Pakistan. She gets right back to the parking lot demanding that Ahmad come back and take her and claim her. And in some of the interviews, she talks about how a $100 million ring was stolen from her and how she wants it returned to her. And that's when she gets on and does this interview where she claims that money isn't a problem and that she has enough money. She's doing good.
Don't marry for money. Money is nothing. No, money is nothing. I have money.
And I mean, she does own a $100 million ring, so obviously she's rolling in bank. She's got that money, she's got that shmoola. She doesn't need handouts for herself. If anything, she just needs money to rebuild Karachi so that she can make Pakistan better. Except that's not true, because the follow-up after that is that she needs people to help her buy a plane ticket back to New York.
I would like for you guys to book my ticket back to New York. Money is short right now and I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Obviously, social media is like, girl, you just said you had a $100 million ring. You just said you were rolling in bank. Why are you asking us? I thought you were rich. I thought money was no problem. I guess in the couple days between the interviews, the well went dry. I get it. Sometimes you get your paycheck on Friday and by Monday, you're like, where the fuck did all the money go? And that leaves us where we are today, where she is still camping out waiting for her husband. Claims she's ready to get a ticket back home to New York, but who really knows? She's got big dreams of fixing up Karachi and getting to Dubai with her husband Ahmad and having their children. But since we're all caught up and you know the entire story at this point, I think it's time for some final thoughts. The internet has been pouring out in love and support, mostly because I think that this has a lot of entertainment value and it's been really fun to watch unfold. And the streets are talking and they're saying that this has been the best PR for Pakistan that they've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a pilot, great!
The amount of love and support that Pakistan has received for the way that they've treated this woman with nothing but kindness and respect, shout out to Mr. Chupa and the rest of Pakistan, is the kind of PR that a PR firm could only aspire to have after a celebrity gets canceled. If you ask me, I think she's got some big dreams and big ideas, and if she ended up the mayor of Karachi, I don't know, I trust her. She wants to give people electricity. She wants to make sure that the roads are good. She might not be from Pakistan, but she's definitely Pakistani. With all that said, no one knows where this road and journey will take Onijah next. But wherever it does, I hope she finds herself a good husband and that $100 million ring she lost. Preferably a husband that's maybe a little bit older, a little bit more age appropriate. And if there's a lesson to be learned from all of this, don't marry a stranger that you met off the internet that you've only FaceTime with a few times, because filters exist. Or do. You know, you might end up the next breakout star of Pakistan. And if you're asking me, I think TLC has the best opportunity to do something fun with this and give her own show or put her on 90 Day Fiance. I need a full series. I need a full spin-off. I need more lore from Miss Onijah. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And in the words of Onijah, respect to the law and respect to halal.
Respect to the law.
Okay.
Respect for the law.
Okay.
Respect to Allah. And
Okay.
respect to God. Do you hear me?
每次都想装作很倔强。
Hey divas, it's the next day and I'm editing. She got her money. She got her bag. It's a little less than $300, but you know what? The girls persist. Not only did she get her money, but she's also going around and helping small businesses like this local hotel.
Yes, hello, this is the Handsome Hotel. Thank you very much. I would like the government to drop $200K in this hotel. This is a nice hotel. She's the owner right here. Thank you. She's
I'm not the owner. Sorry, ma'am.
Go get the owner, please.
And she's even found herself a bodyguard that she promised to pay $50,000 a week.
This is my bodyguard, and he will be getting paid over $100K every 2 weeks.
On a very serious note, as entertaining as this might have been, let's remember that she is probably mentally ill. A lot of the behavior that she has been displaying has been erratic, and while she has done some problematic things like dating a 19-year-old and trying to marry them, she is very likely suffering from something that's causing her not to make the best decisions. All that to say, it's important to remember when you're engaging with things like this to have a little bit of empathy for people like that. Because again, while she may have done some problematic things, these problems extend outside of people like her. And the way that we engage with people online, especially those that have mental illness, does bleed into real life. You can find what she is doing entertaining because it is funny. Remember to have a little bit of empathy. Anyways, thanks for watching the video.